Hello and welcome to our Bath Carnival video tutorial. My name's Ebony and today we are going to be learning how to make a very wibbly-wobbly jellyfish. So, to begin our tutorial today, all you're going to need is one of these old used plastic bottles. So we're going to make all of this mainly out of scrap materials that you would normally throw away to make sure that they can be reused. So we will have made a nice little hole here for you, which you then just need to cut from there all the way around this line to remove that. So you will then have something like this. You should have the cap already glued on within your pack. So once you have this, we are then going to make sure that we cover any sharp edges like this one here. So the way we're going to do that is just using little bits of tape to tape around the edge. Something like that. So just make sure that if there are any sharp edges that you can find, that they are nicely covered up. Perfect. So the next stage we're going to do is painting the body of our jellyfish. Now your teacher should have mixed together some paint and PVA glue for you to use. So all you're going to do with this is use either a paintbrush or a glue spreader, and you're going to very carefully apply that all over the body of your jellyfish. Don't worry about it being too neat, because we want it to look very natural and organic. So it should look something like this one here. So you can see it's a little bit clear, so we can see through it just like a real life jellyfish. So we're going to put that to the side while this dries off. And while that's drying, we can move on to the wibbly-wobbly tentacles. For this, you'll need the side of an old carrier bag. Doesn't matter if it has holes in it, the older the better, because we want one that you can no longer use. So as you can see here, what I've done is cut nice thick strips, leaving a bit at the top so that all of the strands are held together. So you don't want it to go too thin, so around about 2 fingers, about that. And then once that's done, we want to make them just a little bit more wibbly, because as you can see in ours, they look a little bit twisty, a little bit wavy. So to do that, on each strand, you're going to get one edge, and you're just going to lightly and carefully pull along that edge, and it should create these little bumps along there. So you can do that all the way down to the end. If you do accidentally tear off the ends, that's totally fine too. I do it all the time, and all it means is that you're going to have some tentacles that are a little bit shorter than others. And you're going to do that for every single strip until it looks something like this one here. So you can see they're all a little bit uneven. We got some shorter ones here. And this one will go on the inside of our jellyfish. And if you want one going around the outside, like we have here, then you just want to do one more row as well. But for this one, to go inside, we're going to roll this up like a little fruit wind-up. Just going to roll it all the way from one end to the other. So you have something that looks a little bit like that, and you can tease them all out as well. Then get a bit of tape and capture all of that together. So the fun bit about these tops is that you can unscrew the bit inside and capture it in there. So I'm going to place it in here, and I'm going to grab a little bit more tape to trap it on the inside. Like that. And then you can screw that in. So now, because your top will be painted, you should have something more or less like this. As I said before, if you want to add even extra tentacles, then you can do another strip and tape it all around the outside edge. So now, of course, we need to make your handle. To start with, you're going to want to grab a piece of wool. Should be about 30 centimeters long, about the size of a normal ruler. But again, doesn't matter if it's exact, just roughly. And you're going to want a chopstick. You should find these in your packs as well. So you're gonna get one end, you're gonna use some tape to attach it onto the end of your chopstick. So you're just capturing it so that it dangles off the end. Like that. And then this looks a little bit boring as a normal chopstick. So what we're gonna do to make it even more special is add on a little bit of ribbon. So once again, get your trusty tape. You're gonna attach that to the end of your ribbon. Add it to the very edge. And we're gonna start wrapping up the chopstick. So slowly making your way higher and higher, like a little spiral up it, until you cover the entire chopstick. So you just cut off any excess ribbon. If you can. There we go. And then with another piece of tape, catch that end to trap it down so it's nicely covered. Then all you need to do is find the hole in the very top of your bottle. You might want to ask your teacher for some help with this next part, because you're going to thread the wool through the hole in the top of the jellyfish body and tie a knot at the end to trap it inside. And then once you've done that, you will have your completed wibbly-wobbly jellyfish to float around all day long. So, on the day when you are in your full turtle gear with your jellyfish, I want to show you exactly what it's going to be looking like. So, our very glamorous assistant Carly has agreed to step into the role of the turtle today. So you'll have this amazing colourful headdress, as well as your jellyfish and a very special shell on your back. Beautiful.